Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Kanziger, or as a lot of the students like to call me, Mr. K. Now, before I get started talking about the different classes, we're going to play a little game that I'm going to call Mr. K by the numbers. So what we're going to do is come up with some important numbers here. So the first number is going to be 29. And 29, that's the number of years I've been teaching. Or I should say this is the 29th year, the start of the 29th years. So I've been at this quite a while, teaching both in the classroom and as an elected teacher. I've been at Cape Fear Academy 18 years. So been here for quite a while as well. I started out in the first grade classroom and about 12 years ago started doing some electives. 3. That is the number of alumni children that I have. So my daughter Ellen, she graduated in 2014. My daughter Megan, she graduated in 2016, and my son Eric graduated in 2018. So I've been on both sides. I've been a teacher, I've been a parent, so I know a little bit about what you're all going through. This is my wife, who also works at CFA. She works over in the theater department, where she is the production coordinator, and she also does costumings and helps build sets and just lots of things she does around the school. So what we can see from these numbers is, first of all, I'm getting a little bit old, but second of all, I've got a lot of years of experience of teaching, and it's something that I love to do. Middle School Maker. This is a course that we've offered for several years now, and it's become the most popular course that I teach. In Middle School Maker, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look all the way around this room. And in fact, I'm going to include a link down here that's going to take you to a 360-degree video tour of the room. So if you want to see more about the room itself, you can go ahead and follow this link and see the room. And you can put on VR goggles and walk around the room, or you can put it on your phone, and as you move your phone around, you can see different angles of the room. In the Innovation Lab, we have laptops, and we have a lot of different machines. So we have access to some really great software and some really great fabrication things. We have 3D printers. We have 6 3D printers, and we have 4 of them which use FDM printing, which is fused deposition modeling. We have one that is a resin printer. We have one that is a SLS printer, which is selective laser sintering, and it prints in a bed of powder. Each of these 3D printers has their own strengths and their weaknesses, and we'll talk about that with the students. We have 2 CNC machines. CNC is computer numerically controlled, and basically what that means is you're going to design the project on a computer, and then you're going to upload that project to the machine, and the machine's going to take care of everything. So we have a CNC laser and a CNC router. And again, these are not something that you really want to be operating with your hands. So the great thing is students will be able to upload these things to the machine, their projects to the machines, and the machine's going to take care of everything. They can just step back and watch. We also have an embroidery machine, and we have a vinyl cutter, and we have a heat press. And these 3 machines are great for making shirts. So the embroidery machine is just what you think. You design a project on the computer, you then upload that to the machine, you put in your fabric, and the machine does all the stitching for you. The heat press is basically a giant iron, and so it's a way for you to transfer images onto fabric, but I've also got some different attachments that you can use. So you can do mugs, you can do mouse pads, you can do plates. And the vinyl cutter cuts 2 kinds of vinyl. It'll cut a permanent vinyl, which is like a sticker, which is great for putting on hard porous surfaces. You can put it on your Yeti coolers, you can put it on the back window of your car, and it's going to be a really sturdy sticker that will hold up to a lot of washing and weather and things like that. But it can also do heat transfer vinyl. And heat transfer vinyl allows you to apply it to fabrics, and so you can have a sort of a stronger decal on that. With the heat press, we also have a sublimation printer, and that uses a special paper and ink, which when you use pressure and heat, will actually infuse the ink into the shirt. So it's no longer just an iron-on piece of paper like you typically see, which after many washes will start to fade, break, crack, and just fall off. The sublimation process is permanent, and it's infused into the shirt so that it won't wash away, and you also don't have that paper transfer, so you don't really notice that, that you've done anything there. So it's really kind of cool. We do a lot with VR. We have VR goggles. We have some iPod Touches that power those VR goggles. And we have some different software that we can use to create our own virtual reality worlds and program within those virtual reality worlds so you can have some interactive elements. We have a large format printer that can do posters up to 24 inches on one end, and if it's on a roll of paper, can do just about any length. I've done 12-foot posters before, so it's pretty flexible with what you can do there. And on our laptops, we have a lot of really great software, some 3D design software, including Fusion 360. We have the full Adobe Creative Cloud, so we'll be getting into Photoshop and Illustrator and Premiere Pro to do images and video, as well as all the software you're going to need to work with the various machines. So ultimately, at the end of the semester, what's going to happen is probably 2/3 of the semester, maybe 3/4 of the semester, I'll be teaching the students how to use all this equipment. And then for the last part, they'll be able to develop their own project based on whatever they really got inspired by. And they might even choose a project that incorporates multiple machines, multiple pieces of software to come up with some really fun and exciting stuff.